Hi there, Bomber fans, and good evening. It's Monday evening tonight. I just want to talk about the Winnipeg Blue Bombers a little bit, and I want to talk about a losing culture because that's what we've been seeing within the Winnipeg Blue Bombers organization. Now, this isn't a phenomenon that you only see in sports, but you certainly do see it in sports. If we look back at the Hamilton Tiger Cats, we see once again that they had the opportunity to be 6-6. Now, the Hamilton Tiger Cats have sort of had this aura around them of being a 500 team, and in fact when Kevin Glenn played for the Hamilton Ticats, he was known sort of as Mr. 500 because he kind of hovered around there. Now the interesting thing about that is during the Hamilton Tiger Cats time as they're that 500 team, or known for the propensity of being 500, is that many players have come and gone. Even coaches and personnel that way have come and gone, and so one has to ask the question, well then why would a team remain around 500 or have that aura around them? The answer is culture. It is the culture of a team. Now, I've had a chance to work in an organization now. It's not a football organization, but it's an organization for the last 6 years. And when I came in, there was some culture change that was needed. And I'll tell you a couple things just about culture change real quick. Number one, it's not easy. And number two, it takes time. And you have to have people that are willing to invest the time and willing to stick around. And myself and my boss at that point in time came into this organization, and we had a great working relationship. And even though he doesn't report to me, he would often come to me and bounce some ideas off of me, and vice versa. I would often go to him and ask him what he thought about certain ideas, and there was a lot of communication both ways. Now, as we've both been there for about 6 years, there's still a lot of communication, but it's not on each and every level. Now, I just want to relate that a little bit to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, because certainly they are in a losing culture. As you see, I'm wearing my Milton Stegall jersey right now at this point in time, and one of the reasons I'm wearing my Milton Stegall jersey is Milton Stegall, I just want to honor him in the fact that he was one of those athletes that had a winning attitude about him, and I don't think that it was just that he said the right things, but he really did. Now, I think Milton Stegall, and Milt, if you watch this, I know you've watched some of the other videos, Milt, I think he could have played a couple more years, absolutely, and I think there's a lot of fans that wish he would have, but Milt, I wonder if you knew something that the rest of us didn't. And let me explain that to those of you that are watching. After the Winnipeg Blue Bombers lost their opportunity in the Grey Cup against the Saskatchewan Roughriders, a while after that, Milton Stegall was interviewed, and he was asked, what do you think made the difference in that game? Now, some of us might have thought that he was going to point to their quarterback who came in for the Grey Cup and really didn't have much action before that. But Milton Stegall responded with something akin to, if everybody on our team had approached the game like professionals, we would have won. And shortly thereafter, Milton Stegall ended his playing career. And so I wonder if Milt saw something on the horizon and within the organization of the Bombers that was saying, we are shifting to a culture where losing or subpar or 100%, not giving it 100%, is acceptable. And I wonder if he saw that, and if that's why he decided that his playing days would be done. So wearing the Milton Stegall jersey as we talk about culture. Now, as you saw the Bombers forum before I made this video, and I saw that the Bombers have signed 7 players to the practice roster, and some people are saying, well, it's late in the season, what does it matter, or gee, I hope it's 7 quarterbacks that they're signing, or what is that really going to help? But I like the move. If for nothing else, it shows from the front office staff to the rest of the personnel on the Bombers organization that we are not accepting the culture that we're in. We're not accepting a culture where losing is acceptable, and we're going to continue to bring guys in that might make a difference. Now, this far in the season is a write-off. We all understand that, and it's over. I mean, we'll watch the games and we'll enjoy it, but the season is over. But I think the front office staff has to keep bringing in players and let the people in the Bombers organization know, the players and the coaching staff, that this effort, this rate of return is not acceptable, and we're going to do something about it. We're going to keep moving forward, because the other problem that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers face at this point in time is attracting new talent. If you're new talent out there, or you're moving into free agency and you've got a couple offers on the table, do you want to come to Winnipeg? What does Winnipeg have going for it? It's got a very nice stadium, but it doesn't have a very good team. And so the Winnipeg Blue Bombers staff needs to continue to show that we're going to make a shift in this culture. So I think we're starting to see that. I think Wade Miller is one of the right guys in there. Kyle Walters, I think, is one of the right guys in there to show that this type of complacency or culture of losing is no longer acceptable. Hopefully we're going to see some rate of returns on that next year. We'll see, but it will take time. Absolutely it does. Whenever you change the culture of an organization, it takes time and it takes people buying into it. So we'll see what other changes are on the horizon. I imagine that there's going to be far more. I never desire for somebody to lose their job, but I imagine that there will be a lot more jobs lost as the Bombers make a change from a culture where okay is good enough to where excellence is what is expected. So that's my thoughts on partly why the Bombers have had some losing years and some not hot years. Love to hear yours. You can send a tweet to @DonCruikshank1 on Instagram, HEBB_Don, or of course always comment on this or one of the other videos. So thanks for watching. This has been Don the Sign Guy with respect to the losing culture in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Thanks.